How's it going, everyone? Welcome back into the channel. So the Green Bay Packers' first injury report of Week 16 ahead of this Carolina Panthers game just came out. So in today's video, we're going to go over the entirety of the Packers injury report, including new players on the injury report, new injuries, and all of that sort, as well as take a look at the Panthers injury report. Man, I wish this injury report included Joe Barry out. I also wanted to let you guys know I'll be on Andy Herman's Pack-A-Day podcast live tonight, starting at 8 Eastern or 7 Central, doing a Q&A. I'll put the link down in the description. Make sure to come check it out. And before we get into the injury report, I want to remind you guys, this is the last day to enter in this giveaway. The signed Lucas Van Ness football here, and this signed Clay Matthews framed photo here. Thank you to Pristine Auction. Again, this is the last day to get into this. I'll be doing another 2 items from December 21st to the end of December, so be on the lookout for those as well. Pristine Auction being your go-to spot for everything signed sports memorabilia, especially the Green Bay Packers. Everything behind me, including signed helmets, jerseys, pictures, framed jerseys, all signed and authenticated on Pristine Auction. To enter in this giveaway, go down, click the link in the description, sign up on Pristine Auction using that link or my code BAS, B-A-S, as the registration code. That'll enter you in this giveaway, all future giveaways, as well as get you $10 off your first order. And they have a ton of different cool items on there, a lot of which with no reserve, so you can get a cheap auction win and get an additional $10 off. It's a win-win. All right, so now diving into the Green Bay Packers injury report of Week 16, bringing up the screen, Jaire Alexander, shoulder limited. I feel like a broken record. I feel like I've started the last 20-something odd videos, injury report videos, with that saying. Jaire Alexander at the top, shoulder limited. He's had like 3 straight weeks of limited practice, 3 straight weeks of questionable, 3 straight weeks of missing games while questionable, and 6 straight games missed. So at this point, the Packers misjudged his injury. Matt LaFleur said that himself. It was a lot more serious than originally thought. You know, shoulder injury is severe for a cornerback that uses their shoulder so much to get their hands on wide receivers, whether it be press or whatnot, going for a ball, breaking up a pass and all that. So we'll see how this week goes. Wouldn't be surprised if he was limited all again, questionable, and didn't play. We'll just have to wait and see. Devondre Campbell, man, I don't know if any of you guys saw his tweet yesterday, pretty much calling out, you know, he's not going to put himself out there anymore and play through injury, yada, yada, yada. And Matt LaFleur said today that he had a conversation with him and he feels good about Devondre Campbell, and he's basically giving him the week off and wants him to get right physically because he feels like he has been fighting through so many injuries and that's been affecting his play. So he's on here with a neck injury, did not participate, likely won't practice all week, and likely won't play in this game. Maybe we'll see him week 17 against the Vikings. We'll see. It's a little bit of a messy situation right now. Campbell, after today's practice, mentioned, you know, Matt LaFleur is his guy. He's not going to speak on anything he tweeted on the internet, so maybe just a disconnect with Joe Barry, which wouldn't be a surprise at all. Then we see A.J. Dillon back at practice day, limited with his broken thumb. They said he didn't get much test last week for like in-game situations and if he could play on that broken thumb, and they're going to do that more this week, seeing if he's going to be available for Carolina. So definitely something to monitor as the week goes on. J.J. Enagbari, who had an awesome game against the Buccaneers, not that it really mattered too much. Toe injury limited today. Elton Jenkins, shoulder injury, did not participate. Likely just going to be a rest day for him, and he'll be ready to go against the Panthers. Aaron Jones, knee/finger. So I guess he hurt his finger in the game against the Bucs, but limited today. Knee seemed fine all game, didn't seem to flare up, and he should be fine from that, but it seems like he does have a slight finger injury. John Owens, knee injury, limited, same as last week, and he played against the Buccaneers, so he should be fine. Then we see Jaden Reed with another addition to his injury. It's a toe now, and he didn't practice today, but I think this is his 4th or 5th total injury in terms of like how many different injuries he's had this year, and he's played through all of them. So Jaden Reed's super tough. Matt LaFleur even said it today in his press conference. He's one of the toughest players he's been around. I mean, he's played through so many injuries and played at a high level through so many of these injuries. So something to monitor as the week goes on, but Jaden Reed, you know, based off of the past, probably will be ready to go against Carolina and probably will put up some good numbers. Then we see Darnell Savage with his shoulder injury, did not participate. He missed last week, might even again miss this week. TJ Slayton, knee injury, limited. Then we see Luke Tenuta, who just begun practicing. So this opens his 21-day practice window to be activated from the IR. I know you guys probably completely forgot about Luke Tenuta. I thought he'd be activated a lot sooner than this with his ankle injury. But, you know, maybe we'll see him active maybe the last couple of games. Who knows if he'll be ready to go this week. It's not like he'll start at tackle, but he might be active. So something to monitor there. Quay Walker, shoulder injury, limited. I believe this was the same injury as last week, and he played. Christian Watson, still, again, did not participate. So not great news here for Christian Watson for returning after missing the last 2 games. Judging by his history at the hamstring, he'll probably be held out of this game as well and maybe return against Minnesota. Definitely something to monitor. I mean, if he gets limited tomorrow and Friday, maybe he does return, but if not, then he's just going to miss this 3rd game in a row. Tay Wicks, ankle injury, limited. He played in last week's game, which was a shock to me, and was the best receiver, 97 yards, almost hit the 100-yard mark for the first time this year for all wide receivers for the Green Bay Packers. It still hasn't happened yet. Maybe it will in these last 3 games. Then Emmanuel Wilson, he also opened his 21-day practice window to return from IR. We saw him separate his shoulder a few weeks ago, 4 or 5 weeks ago. So he may return and be available in that backfield, which is suffering a ton of injuries right now. Then flipping over to the Carolina's injury report, it's also a long one, so I'm going to go through this one pretty quickly. Brian Burns, illness, did not participate. Claudin Sherrillis, I hope I'm saying that right, linebacker, knee, limited. Sam Franklin Jr., safety, limited. Yetur Gross-Matos did not participate. Their outside linebacker. Marquise Haynes did not participate. Cornerback Troy Hill did not participate. Tackle Taylor Moton, resting day, did not participate. Same with Troy Hill, just rest day for both of them. Tackle David Sharp, limited. Steven Sullivan, their tight end, full. Adam Thielen, resting day, so limited. Ian Thomas, tight end, limited. Tommy Tremble, tight end, limited. And Xavier Woods, limited with an illness. So there's a lot of illnesses on here. I think there's 4 or 5. So wow, illness definitely going around the Carolina Panthers, something to monitor as well when they play the Packers here on Sunday. But the Panthers also with a long injury report as the Green Bay Packers. So we'll see how this game goes. Hopefully we don't make Bryce Young look like the NFC Offensive Player of the Week, like Tommy DeVito and Baker Mayfield the last 2 games. We'll see what happens. But that was our first injury report of the week. We'll have another one tomorrow, and then the final one on Friday with all the injury designations. But I appreciate you guys coming by the channel. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like down below. And if you're a new viewer and want more Packers news, analysis, and updates, you'll find it all here, everything Green Bay Packers on this channel. So go down and click subscribe. But I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Pack Go.